Ooh, I am back. Yeah. Ooh, bro, I needed yesterday, dude. You don't know how badly I needed yesterday. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Where I thought I was gonna have a nice, restful, peaceful night because I didn't play any video games and my brain was gonna be nice and relaxed. I ended up staying awake till 6:30 in the morning. I went to sleep at 1, and for 5 hours straight, I couldn't go to sleep. Bro, I'm telling you, man, it's like I have no words to explain how that felt. Like I didn't feel bad because obviously I can't control it. You either sleep or you don't sleep. But it felt weird, dude. It felt weird because it was 5 constant hours of nonstop not allowing me to sleep. Very odd, man. It's the type of behavior you associate with. Well, you already know. I don't even have to say it. It's already in your mind. You actually know the answer of what I'm trying to say without me even saying it. That's the power of psychology. It's seated in your brain. I don't even have to say it, and you're already thinking about it. It's crazy, dude. Crazy. Bro, 5 hours, dude. Case in point, my alarm goes off to wake up, and that's when I started falling asleep. And I'm like, well, I guess it's time to sleep. I got like 1 hour of sleep. I snoozed for an extra 15 minutes, and took a shower and headed out, man. I had a lot of things to do. But yeah, man, what a crazy night. That first night where I had all the breakthroughs, the channel, the resume, all this stuff. It was like 4 hours, bro. This was close to 6 hours, man. 6 hours. That's insanity, dude. That is like beyond like crazy. That is like the stratosphere. Like I couldn't figure it out, man. Toss to the left, toss to the right, toss to the left, toss to the right. It was crazy, dude. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And at one point, it felt like I was sleeping and I was actually dreaming, but then I wasn't because I was still awake. Or was I? Was it a dream? Was I awake? Like I lost touch with reality. I didn't know what was real, what was not. When the alarm went off, I was like, "Oh, good, time to just go to sleep." It's almost like the alarm scared away the bad vibes. It's like, okay, now I could go to sleep. Crazy, crazy night. But yeah, man, I did my resume. It took me 5 hours to get this resume set up, and let me tell you, it looks golden, dude. It looks like a professional worked on it. That chick that works at what's it, Kalita Air. I mean, she worked. I don't know if she still works there. Man, bro, I have her email, her phone number, and her address, dude. I didn't know I had all that information. I felt kind of bad. I didn't. I'm not gonna use any of that. Of course not. There's no point. Although, bro, she was sexy, dude, for a flight attendant, African American. I think she was from Haiti or Nigeria, or she had like a strong accent. I don't want to say Jamaican and be that that cruel, but she had that type of accent. But man, that body on her, her lips. She wore makeup. She's a flight attendant and she's a manager, so she has to present herself, man. Always in a skirt, always in nylons, always in heels. Never. I think maybe once or twice I saw her in pants, and that's flight attendants have this training regimen where it's a weekly thing, right? But there's one day out of the week where they have to come dressed in casual, like shorts and pants and all that, because they're gonna be jumping into the pool, which I always say is stupid. It makes no sense. You should come in your uniform with your nylons and your stockings and your heels and your hair and all that stuff and jump in the pool. Because when you're in an airplane and you're dressed like that, you're not gonna say, "Oh, let me put on my dress pants and let me put on my dress shoes." No, it's hey, the airplane crashed into a mountain. Now we gotta. Well, if it crashes into a mountain, I don't think the flight attendants are gonna do much. But it crashed into the lake or the ocean or the river or whatever it is. Let's get to work. But no, they'll come dress casual, so she'll come in her pants or whatever. But other than that, it was always skirts, heels. I don't know if I ever saw her in a dress. I can't remember that. It was always a skirt. Flight attendant, bro. Flight attendants are so hot, man. The by far some of the most beautiful women on the planet. The way they dress, the way they act, and the way they physically look. I'll tell you a quick story about flight attendants. Now, this was told to me by a very old school instructor. I used to work at a flight academy. The guy was like, back in the day, they used to actually measure women to become flight attendants. And I'm like, yeah, I know, measure their aptitude, their customer service. No, 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 measurements. The Coke bottle, the size of the breast, the size of the waist, and the size of the ass, or hips in this case. 24, 34, 24. I don't know what measurements are. It's an old thing. I don't know if people still use it, but it's the three numbers, the size of the breast. Like you're looking forward at a woman, a woman is facing you face to face. So it's the shape of her breast compared to the shape of her waist compared to the shape of her hips. And you call it the Coca-Cola bottle. Not the plastic bottle, but the glass bottle. Like it has to have that little shape, the top part, the middle part, and then the back part. Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny would always do the and with the fingers do the little curves. It's like a heart, basically, kind of. I don't know, not really. At least the hips and the thighs to the legs. That's always like a heart. I remember they used to. Or I worked with another girl, bro. I'm jumping off a story here, but I worked with a girl, dude, and I kid you not, when she would bend over, like she would always bend over on top of a table to talk on the phone. I don't know why she did it, and she was always in a skirt. Always in a skirt. Every time she bent over to talk on the phone, I would look at her, and I kid you not when I tell you this, bent over where I can only see her back straight ahead. Like her head is forward, her back is straight, and then her legs are down. She's basically bent in a like a seven, right? Like her head is the top of the seven, and her legs are the bottom of the seven, and her back is arching. Like with that point, man, when you looked at her legs and her ass, like just from bottom to top, it always looked like a heart. I always remember saying, "Damn, that looks like a heart," because the two cheeks, the two butt cheeks, would bend as the top of the heart, and then her legs would like curve in as the like crossed into each other. Man, that girl, what a set of legs, dude. Thighs, ass, really good looking girl. So flight attendants, super hot. This flight attendant was always hot, and I forgot what I was talking about because I went into this whole tangent on skirts and legs and all that. But my let's just jump to what I was originally talking about. My resume looks badass, dude. It looks, bro, flawless, dude, flawless. I am only doing the last 10 last 10 years of work, including an out of state job that I had for a couple of months, which now is a couple of years. It looks nice, man. I don't have a job that I've lasted less than 2 years, so that's the good thing. The bad thing is it's a PDF that she gave me, right? Which I used an app to format and turn into a Word file, which I then used, I guess, a computer Word file because I had to use a Word app, and it wasn't Word. It was something called DocX, which is a way to read Word files. I don't know, bro. Confusing as heck. Either way, it gave me access to editing the PDF. Not perfectly, but I worked around it. Long story short, once I saved it again as a Word file, it was unaligned. Like all the way at the bottom, bro. The last thing, the references, just misaligned. It's aligned a little bit more to the left and to the right. So I had the bright idea. I said, well, it looked good as a PDF. Maybe they were having the same issue, and that's why they turned it into a PDF. So I just went ahead and did a PDF, and the PDF was fine. It looks perfect. So I'm perfectly fine with that. The Word file, if it does get edited, I'll have to figure out a way to resave it again as a PDF. I'm sure there's an app for that. But aside from that, it looks perfect, and I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to go with this resume. And bro, this chick, man, I tell you, the stuff that I read on this resume, dude, you know what? Let me see. You know what? Let me read some of this out to you, man. I just want you to see what a professional that's been working in the business for 7 years, and yeah, she is a woman, but I don't think that has anything to do with it, because I think regardless of whether or not she's more than capable, dude, of handling her shite. Like she could do her thing, dude, and I have the utmost faith in her. I'm sure she's doing good wherever she is. I'm making it seem like she's dead or something. Oh man, I don't have it. Damn, I would have to open the email again. Bro, that's so weird. I could have sworn I had it here. Oh no, here it is. Here it is. It's a PDF. That's why. I just want you to hear some of the stuff that she was writing. Like for example. Additionally, I will make an extremely competitive candidate for the position given. The key strengths that I possess for success in my current roles include to build and provide quality in-flight training materials, module material. Wait, hold on. That wasn't the fun. That's all. When she's just writing off, which she had a pretty good idea. She wrote all the things. This is her cover letter. She wrote all her things as numbers. Like she numbered six of them, and then she put additional rows to include the following, and then she wrote another six numbers. Which, damn, I didn't get rid of the additional rows to include the following. I probably should have gotten rid of that. I didn't even read that line, dude. I was out of it. 5 hours. I slept an hour, max, maybe an hour and a half. And then I had to do this 5 hour resume. Dude, it was not easy, but I got through it. I got through it. Look at the end. Look at the end. Thank you for your time and consideration. I look forward to discussing with you soon about exploring this employment opportunity and the way forward. Sincerely, and then her name. She has a sexy name too. Oh man, I really like this chick. Man, this was one of those girls that you're like, oh my goodness, I have no chance with her whatsoever, but I'm still gonna flirt with her. I would flirt with her all the time. I didn't care, dude. I could care less, man. She was like, most of it, she was never receptive unless she needed something. Like when she wanted me to print this thing for her many years ago, I remember she came down all smiling and can you please make me a few more copies and this and that. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what I would do to have you just step on my neck, dude. Like just step on me. I don't need anything else. I just want you to throw me on the floor and just step on me. That's all I want. Oh my god, what a sexy woman, dude. Uh, there was something that I read that I was just like, damn, man, that's better than mine. All right, here we go. As a long-term administrator of the aviation industry and the impressive and the I can't even read, man. This thing is so tiny on my phone. And the impressive work being done by your team, I am delighted to submit an application for the manager of in-flight or in-flight training instructor position or positions displayed on your company website. Since these posts require attention to detail, focus, presentation, quality, materials, team building, customer service skills, and hospitality skills, I feel confident that I will make an excellent candidate for the position given. Yo! What? Man, that's the intro. That's the intro paragraph. I'm reading that. I'm really like, you're hired. You're hired. I don't care about anyone else. I'm not reading. I'm not even reading the rest of your resume. You're hired. You're hired. And she writes it out as the date. Damn, this was, bro, check this out. This was July 14th, 2021. This was 4 years ago, man. And if it wasn't for that 4 hour brainstorm I had a week ago, I would have never remembered this email. Now, sadly, the 6 hour brainstorm I had last night, the only thing I could think of was, man, my inner thigh is very itchy. Like there was no other thought going through my mind. I wasn't thinking about, gee, I wonder if I should come up with a new formula to stop world hunger. Maybe I could help all the Cubans that are starving in that poor little island. No, man, none of that stuff was coming through my mind. The only thing that was going through my mind is like, why can't I go to sleep? Ah! I want to sleep. Freaking crazy, dude, crazy. All right, let me see. There's something else here, man. Because I reworded it. I would read you mine, but mine's is kind of personal, so I don't want to, you know. Over the past several years, my dedication to work and striving for excellence and success has paved the way for professional growth. I was offered the position of the Air Transportation Supervisor, ATS, and the Air Transportation Ground Instructor, ATGI, for Boeing 767s, and I am currently the in-flight project coordinator for the B777 certification process. My role over the past 4 years as an instructor has helped me to develop intuitive wisdom, interpersonal skills, the ability to learn and adapt quickly, and to demonstrate proficiency, which has greatly complemented my selective roles I have pursued. And then you finish it off with, should you be seeking the services of someone who is skilled, enthusiastic, and dedicated to achieving airline success, you may consider my credentials. Please find included herewith, which I've never heard that word like that. I've heard here within or, forthcoming, but herewith, which, I guess Outlook says it's good, or Word. Please find included herewith my resume with additional information on my educational background, qualifications, and contact information for review. I can be reached anytime via email, and then her email. I got her email too. Oh my goodness, so many thoughts are going through my mind. Or my cell phone. That's the only one I fixed. Because the way you're writing it, you're basically saying I can be reached anytime via email, or by cell phone. See, you could either reach me by email or by cell phone. But when you put by email or my cell phone, I think the my there doesn't work. I'd rather put by twice, which you're using the word twice, which is, it's fine either way, but I don't like putting my cell phone. So I put via email or by cell phone, and I put my cell phone number. Thank you for your time and consideration. I look forward to discussing with you soon about exploring this employment opportunity and the way forward. And that's it. That's my video for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm going to go back to gaming. This was just a 15-minute intro. I still got a few seconds, so let me sing a song. Hello, but no. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's the updated resume. So hopefully it works out, man. Hopefully I get some juice going with this thing. You know what I mean? Pump it up.